All right, and without further ado, I want to go ahead and begin our conversation today because we do have a lot to cover. Okay, Danita, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and lower your hand for you. I know sometimes these little tools, they can get in our way. We don't mean to. We hit a button, we're like, oh, how did I even raise my hand? I didn't even know I did that. Okay, everybody. Well, welcome so much. I'm so excited that you're here. My name is Jessica Belsky. Actually, I got remarried to my husband a couple years ago, and now I'm no longer Jess, guys. I'm Jess Belsky, and I'm excited to have you here on this powerful productivity hypno talk. Today, you are actually going to rewire your brain for powerful productivity. So, who here is excited about this opportunity to become more productive in your life? If you are, go ahead and type me in the chat right now. If you're excited, type me in the chat and let me hear your voice. By the way, I am going to be asking you to engage in the chat with me a lot today. So this is your time to warm it up and get used to using it. Bring it on, says Terry. Yes, I love the enthusiasm. You guys are awesome. All right. So, with that said, let's go ahead and dig in. So, I know you guys have maybe heard other people talking about hacking your mind or optimizing yourself for performance, especially if you're a professional, an entrepreneur, or a creative. Everyone wants the shortcut to success, but what you're going to experience here today goes way deeper than tips and hacks. Today, you are actually going to uncover the real reason that you are stuck and why you start and stop. And you're going to figure out what's causing you to spin your wheels and what's actually stopping you from reaching your next level. And then we're going to change that with a live hypnosis session to actually rewire your brain. So, right now, final reminder, grab a glass of water, a pencil, tissues, get yourself comfortable in a distraction free place. Silence your phone from notifications. Do not disturb. Now would be the time to do it because we've got a lot to cover and I want you to get the most out of your experience. So, you guys, this is the real deal. You're going to experience what it actually feels like to unlock a hidden superpower that you have had all along that has helped thousands of people rapidly overcome self sabotage, feel focused, and take massive aligned action. So, this just isn't motivational fluff. This is real neurological subconscious transformation. Okay, so sit down and buckle up because this is going to change everything for you. So, here's what we're going to cover in the next 75 minutes. You're going to discover what's really keeping you from getting things done, not just the surface level stuff, but the deeper patterns underneath. I'm going to introduce to you something called the 3 hidden P's that silently sabotage your productivity, and I'll show you how to stop letting them run your life. You're going to learn subconscious secrets that about 1%, guys, of top performers know about, and how you can harness them to rewire your brain so that taking action becomes supernatural for you. And of course, you're going to experience a transformative live hypnosis to rewire your brain with new thoughtware and effortlessly drive yourself into action. And if you stay to the end, I'm going to share a brand new way to go even deeper, something that I've personally been building and running behind the scenes for almost 4 years. So, this is my promise to you. My big promise is this. I'm really actually going to hand you a key to unlock the power of your mind today so you can stop holding yourself back. So it doesn't matter what your goals are. It can be freedom, it can be impact, it can be income, it can be peace. These principles are going to catapult you to the next level. So whatever your professional goal is, whatever your personal goal is, this information is going to help you grow and succeed. So let me take a minute to reintroduce myself or introduce myself if you're new to my world. My name is Jess Belsky. I'm the CEO of Worth to Wealth and the creator of Subconscious Harmonics. And it's my mission to help high performing seekers like you reprogram their subconscious and help you stop sabotaging yourself so you can step into your greatness. So, over the last 15 plus years, I'd say, I've worked with Fortune 100 execs, I've worked with online entrepreneurs and healers, consultants, tech CEOs, heart surgeons, and million-dollar veterinarians. I've even worked with really incredible stay-at-home moms and dads. And simply put, I just want you to know I've served ambitious folks of all shapes and sizes from all around the world. And what you're about to experience today has actually helped thousands of people stop sabotaging themselves and become fearless, money making forces for good. So if that sounds like you, then pay attention because this is really going to open your eyes. So now let's talk a little bit. Let's get a little bit deeper. I want to ask you a few questions. So here's where we're going to get active in the chat. So first, I want to know who here wants to get more done. If you want to get more done, type yes in the chat right now. Want to get more done? Yes. Yes, says Pierre. Yes, says Scott. Yes, says Paula, Helen, Danita. Everyone's like, yeah, I want to get more done. Yes, says Kat. Awesome. Okay, next question. Who here wants to take more action easily? This is the key word there is easily. Not just take more action, rutting it out and gutting it out, but easily take that action. If that's you, type yes in the chat. Danita says easily, please. Laura says, of course, obviously. Yes, yes. Everything seems difficult these days, says Mila. I hear that. We're going to help you with that today. Okay, next question. Who here wants to be more consistent? Because some of you are probably in that experience where you take action, 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 and then you stop. Or you get a lot done and then it stops. So who here wants to be more consistent? If you do, type yes in the chat. All right, Pierre. Yes, Gail, Mila, yes, yes, yes. I'm seeing so many yes. Gary says yes. Danita says, I'm getting the all caps. So I'm clearly seeing that you guys are resonating with this. Caroline says yes. Yes, of course you do, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't be here today. So now let's dig a little bit deeper still. As you get to know me, you'll learn that I'm all about going deep. So let's take this a level deeper and get a little bit more vulnerable with each other now. I want to know what is stopping you from getting more done? What is stopping you from taking action easily? What is stopping you from being consistent? So think about it. If this issue was a rock and you could pick it up and you could look underneath this rock, what would be there? So overwhelm and procrastination, says Paula, clarity and distractions. Gail says, I don't know. Yeah, I got you, Gail. You may discover that today too. Overwhelm and a fear of rejection. Yeah, confusion as a strategy. That's very wise that you can see that, Danita. Yeah, fear and perfectionism, no direction, clarity and certainty, a lack of self-confidence, says Helen, and fear. And perfectionism, I'm hearing in here too. Yeah, perfectionism again, low energy levels, overwhelm and distraction, says Mia. Thank you guys for sharing this. It's really interesting. Information overload. I'm seeing some themes showing up here. Okay, so now here's my next question. Again, another deep one. How's it impacting you? So, how is the perfectionism, the fear, the low energy, the overwhelm, the lack of confidence or clarity? How is that showing up? We obviously know it's somehow affecting your productivity, right? So, put that in the chat. Tell me. Negatively, says Laura. Yeah, exhaustion, frustration, says Kat. Paula says, slowing me down and not getting anything done, holding me back from my best life, says Pierre. Wasting time. Feel like I haven't moved forward in life for at least 5 years, Mia. Oh, my heart really sits with you in that. I know what that feeling's like, actually. I get it. Thank you guys for sharing those impacts. I really appreciate it. You can see this has a ripple effect, right? It's not just about productivity. It's having a true, deep impact in your life. So the question ultimately becomes, why do we do this, right? Why do we stall? Why do we stop and start? Why do we not take action consistently? Why do we have these fears and these doubts? that have this negative impact on our life. So here's the real problem, okay? The truth is that your brain has never been programmed for success. It's actually been programmed for survival. Very different. So far, everything that you've tried to become more productive, like your planners or productivity hacks or these like time management apps or social media blocking tools, more caffeine, has only addressed the symptoms of this issue in your life. Okay, so nearly everything you've tried has only given you these bits and pieces or parts of the puzzle, but you've been missing a really critical piece. And once we address that piece, everything changes. And that piece lies in your subconscious mind. That's where the secret lives. So, what if I told you that you're actually only in control of about 5% of your thoughts? Okay, it's really true. Over 95% of your daily life experiences, which includes your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, even your physical health, are hidden from view. It's tucked away in your subconscious mind. And you may be thinking, okay, yeah, like I've heard about the subconscious mind before. I get the idea of it, but I don't really understand what it is and how it works. So I want to start by taking a look now at your brain really quickly. Yeah, Laura says, I've always believed this to be true. Yeah, it's true. It's fascinating. We think we're so in control, but actually we're being driven by something much deeper. So let's take a look at our brain really quickly. So you see this blue part here? That is your prefrontal cortex. And I'm simplifying here, y'all. So that's your prefrontal cortex. And we're going to simplify and say that this part is your conscious mind. And simply speaking, that's the part that's responsible for your logic and your willpower, your analytical and critical thinking. And shockingly, it is only about 5% of your thinking. Okay. So now the rest of the brain, this is your subconscious mind. And again, I'm simplifying, but you can kind of think about it as the back part of your brain. These are the parts of your brain that are responsible for doing things like keeping you alive, like your heart beating or your lungs breathing. And it's also home to things like your emotions, your memory, your habits, or your belief systems. And this third part here, this is where your fear lives, in the amygdala. So the amygdala is what makes you hide under a rock. It makes you run away. So if you're making choices from that place, you are not getting your best action or your best results. So all of these parts of the brain, the amygdala, your conscious, your subconscious mind, all of these parts work together to do one thing, which is to help you survive. That's its number one job. So back in the day, in the caveman days, your brain was all about helping you escape a lion or a tiger or a bear or a mammoth. But, we don't live around tigers and bears and mammoths. I mean, at least not most of us, right? So instead, what do? We run away from our to-do lists. So I want to be clear, this just to make this clear, not all fear is bad, right? There are times where we need to actually genuinely protect ourselves from true world threats. That's not what we're talking about here. The key is to retrain your brain to understand what is real danger versus what is make-believe danger, right? So, where does the make-believe danger come from? The fear that something bad may happen, the anxiety that we hold in our heads and in our hearts and in our bodies, where does that actually come from that's stopping us from doing the things that we want to do and reaching our goals? So somebody was asking here, like, so what do you mean when you say subconscious? Is it actually like your inner critic that you're referencing here? Yes. So let's talk about it more. Your subconscious learned what to believe between the ages of 2 and 11 in what psychologists call your developmental years. So during that time, maybe somebody said to you something like, well, why can't you be more like your brother, your sister, or that other kid in class? Or maybe somebody laughed at your project in school. Or perhaps you had love withheld unless you performed and got certain grades or pleased in a certain way. And when you have these experiences as a child, you made up meaning out of those moments. And your brain created really sophisticated strategies to keep you safe or to help you be loved or to stay in control. And those strategies get buried deep in your subconscious mind. And now they drive your life today as an adult. So now, as an adult, those strategies are still running. But instead of helping you thrive, they're actually holding you back because you're not a little kid anymore. And the things that you needed in order to get love, approval, safety, or even get things done when you were a child are not the same things that you need now as an adult. So when it comes to productivity, I've found that there are three subconscious strategies that show up again and again and again that keep people from getting more done. And I call them the three P's. So let's talk about them now. But before I do, I want to pause for a second and see, is this resonating with you? Are you guys understanding what I mean by the subconscious? And are you making these connections? If you are, type yes in the chat. Attachment wounds, Terry, yes. That is part of what comes from childhood and is embedded in our subconscious programming. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Jennifer. Thanks, Pierre. I'm getting lots of yes. It makes a whole lot of sense, says Pierre. Gary says yes. Coach Claire says, yes, I love this. Thank you. Okay, great. So let's talk about the three hidden P's now. And I want to introduce you to these three hidden P's that show up most often for my clients that I see kind of like a record on repeat. And I want you to pay attention and see which one applies to you, or maybe more than one. All right, so let's start with everyone's old reliable procrastination. All right, procrastination is one of the most common subconscious strategies, and it keeps people from getting things done. So, who are my procrastinators? If you're a procrastinator, type me in the chat if that resonates. Is that you? Are you a procrastinator? Oh, Caroline says me. Rich says me. Yeah, baby, I know. By the way, Rich is my husband, everyone. That's why I call him baby. Oh my gosh, yes, says Scott. Procrastinator, says Gail. Yes, me. Okay, yeah, we're definitely hitting it. So here's your deal. You avoid, right? You delay. You distract yourself. You're the person we'll find on the couch watching Netflix instead of going to the gym, or maybe you're sweeping the floor for the fifth time that day. Yes? Yeah? Mm-hmm. You say things like, oh, I'll do it later, or I'm just not ready yet, or oh, well, but first I need to clean the kitchen, or walk the dog, or wash my hair. Yeah? Okay. Keeping busy to be busy, says Danita. Yeah, exactly. All right. So, like I said, I like to get deep because we're all about the subconscious here. So, let's go a layer deeper. The question is, what makes us want to avoid and distract ourselves? What is underneath this behavior? Okay. It is the fear of failure. Somebody in here already talked about that. So, procrastination is rooted in the feel of failure. If you don't act, then you can't fail, right? So if you don't start, you don't have to disappoint anyone or yourself. Does that sound familiar? If it does, type yes in the chat. Safety, says Danita, all caps. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mia says absolutely. Fear of success, same side of the different side of the same coin. Allison, absolutely. If I become so successful, maybe I'll lose it. Maybe people will discover a truth about me that I'm not who I really believe I am. Maybe I don't deserve it, right? Same side, different coin. Fear is the stopper. For women, fear of success too. Yes, absolutely. All right. So let's go into the next hidden P. Perfectionism. Okay, all my perfectionists, you know who you are. Everybody who's a perfectionist knows that they're a perfectionist. So if you're here, type here in the chat right now. Who are my perfectionists? You may also be a procrastinator and a perfectionist. Oh yeah, right here says Allison. Here says Jennifer. Here says Kat a little sheepishly with the dots. Yeah, you're the triple checkers. You're the second guessers. You're the constant tweakers. It's just like never quite done, right? Whatever it is, it's never quite done. And you say things like, oh, it's just not ready yet, or oh, but it's got to be perfect. Or if I get it wrong, what will they think? Right? It's just got to be a little bit better all the time. That was my whole dissertation, says Allison. Never good enough, says Laura. You got it. So let's dig deeper. What drives this gotta do it right perfectionist to do what they do? The fear of judgment. So the perfectionist is terrified of being judged. I just want you to give that a moment to let it just sink in and feel that. So somewhere along the line, you learned that being wrong meant disapproval, or not getting it right to somebody else's standard means disapproval, which is the withholding of love or connection and a feeling of being separate. And so now you hesitate and you overthink and you hold back and you try to tweak just to make sure you get it right instead of just showing up as you are, even if it's imperfect, even if it's a little bit messy. So if that's you, I want you to type yes in the chat. Yeah. You that overthinker, that, yeah, says Paula. Thank you for sharing. Abandonment and rejection. Belie me, I'm a ticking every box, says Kat. Okay. Thank you guys for your vulnerability. I really see you. Yeah, never good enough, says Pierre. Okay, let's go to our last one. This one is our final one, and it's a sneaky one, but it's powerful, and it's people pleasing. People sometimes ask me, like, Jess, people pleasing, I don't get it. What does that have to do with productivity? Well, you tend to say yes when you want to say no. You overextend, you overcommit, and you put yourself last. You allow yourself to be interrupted by last minute requests or extra assignments, and you get scattered and pulled in a million different directions, always trying to put other people's needs before your own. And if that's you, you may hear yourself saying things like, oh, but so and so needs me, or it'll just be easier if I do it, or I can't ask for help. I don't want to let them down. So if that's you, if you're this people pleasing type and you see the way that that's impacting your productivity, say yes. Yeah, I see. Yeah, Marley Hort at Gmail. If you press the Q&A button, you may be able to find the chat again. I can see you though. Rich says, yup. Okay, so let's look at what's underneath this one. You can be all three, Paula. Yes, you can. Okay, so fear of rejection. It sounds like a big jump, right? But it's true. People pleasers are really just wanting to be liked and loved and will do anything, including sacrificing themselves to get it. And you trade time and energy and your needs for approval. And you wonder then why you're exhausted, stuck, and never able to get anything done, especially for yourself. So If that sounds like you, type me in the chat. Yeah, Terry says asking for help. It's hard. When you're a people pleaser, you just don't believe that you are part of the equation. So a lot of when I work with a lot of my clients who are recovering people pleasers, I tell them you are part of the equation. You get to exist in the equation. Yes, says Helen. Me. Okay. Yeah, me, says Kat. Oh gosh, yes. I didn't realize, but what you just said, uh, but what you said, just easier if I do it. It's like I'm being liked. Yeah, Paula's like, it's just easier if I do it. Like, but it's just a way of control. People pleasers are actually quite controlling in the end because they're trying to get love by controlling their environments based on essentially what they think other people think of them. All three show external control. Absolutely, Allison. Agreed. So here's the kicker, guys. These patterns, they're not logical, they're emotional. So, as Marissa Peer, one of my mentors and the creator of Rapid Transformational Therapy, says, emotion always beats logic. Your emotional subconscious mind is so much more powerful than your logical conscious mind. And that's why when you're tired at the end of the day and it's been a hard one, you logically know you shouldn't eat pizza, but you do it anyways because you want to feel some kind of relief. And that's why we call it eating your emotions, right? Not eating your logic. Because your conscious brain, it actually knows better. That analytical part, the part that has the critical thinking, it knows that it wants something different for you. But your subconscious mind is the one that's driving the car. So unless we rewire it, it doesn't matter how many strategies you try, like planners and time management hacks, you'll always just find yourself back stuck in the same loop again and again and again, with a moment of breakthrough and then falling back into the same old patterns. That's right. Okay. So now you can see that there's nothing wrong with you. You're just running these old, outdated programs from your childhood, and that is causing your emotional subconscious mind to run the show. And here's the deal, though. This is the important thing. Willpower alone can't override it. That's why buying that extra planner or the other system for, a productivity hack won't get lasting results. It'll get temporary, but not lasting results. What you actually need to do is be able to create with ease. You need to reboot your system and permanently change the words and the pictures that you make in your head and create a harmony between your conscious desires, which is to get more done or to achieve a particular goal, and your subconscious mind. Because right now, these two are not on the same page. But when you do that, you can create with ease and flow and joy. And then anything, truly anything, is possible. So, what I've found is the solution to feel worthy and to be productive and to feel confident in your business and your work and your life is that you need alignment between three things to create success. You need your subconscious mind, your conscious mind, and conscious action. All three things have to be in alignment at the same time and done in a seamless way so you can get results. And then those results are compounded by each of the other pieces. It's like adding more fuel to the fire because it creates a positive feedback loop between what you think you're going to do, what you see yourself do, and then it creates this momentum for you in your life. So when you do that, when you actually rewire your mind, you can actually train yourself to become a truly confident human being, like a confidence machine that's ready to take massive action and fulfill your deepest and truest potential. And success just stops feeling hard. Remember, we were talking about that at the beginning, the easy part? It stops feeling like a slog to get there. Now, I don't know about you, but don't you think that that makes a lot more sense than beating your head against the wall and reading yet another book to get past your blocks, or wasting hours every day wondering what you should do or feeling badly about yourself? Yeah? Does that make sense to you? If it does, type yes in the chat. Are you ready to shift your internal wiring? Are you ready to take natural action and stop fighting yourself? If you are, give me the yes in the chat. Let me feel it. Yes, EFT tapping can be incorporated. And by the way, Allison, I saw your question. I'll address it at the end. I'm going to take questions at the end and I'll answer it then. Yes, 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 says Andrew. Yay. Okay. All right. So here's the most exciting part. It's time for us to get into your real hypnosis. So let's get prepared. It's time for an upgrade. Who's ready for an upgrade? If you're ready, type ready in the chat. Yes, because when you shift the mind, you're right, Terry. You shift your nervous system, and when you shift your nervous system, you shift the body, and everything changes. Ready, 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 says Pierre. Everybody's ready. Love it. Okay, so now it's time for you guys to experience the live hypnosis for powerful productivity. I'm very excited for you to experience this one today because I've actually made some changes to this from when I've done it in the past. So you all are getting a brand new version of it, and I am really pumped about it. So let's talk a little bit about what you can expect because some of you haven't done hypnosis before. Who here has done hypnosis before and who here is new? So if you can say new to it, let me just know if you're new, just so I get a sense for how many people here are experiencing this for the first time. If you're new, type new. Helen is new. Oh, Jennifer, you're a member. Awesome. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so, so glad you're here. New, new. All right, so we have a few new people. I'm excited for you all. All right, so let me give you some of the lay of the land since some of you are new. Okay, what's most important to know is that you can be hypnotized. And the reason you can be hypnotized is because you've chosen to be hypnotized. I am not forcing you to do anything against your will. You have total control in this entire experience the entire time. My old mentor, Marissa Peer, who I mentioned before, used to say like, oh, well, if I could actually hypnotize you and have total control, I would just tell you to write me a check for $1 million from your bank account. But of course, I can't do that because you have control and you can be hypnotized. It's very easy to do. It's actually something that's quite natural. You do it all day long, every day. You actually change your brainwave states from a theta to a delta. And what that does is actually take your normally when you're out in conscious waking state, like working at work, you're in an alpha brainwave pattern. Well, what we do in hypnosis is we induce something called a trance state, which is theta or delta brainwave states. That's the same thing that you experience when you're daydreaming, looking out the window, kind of losing track of time, right? Or maybe when you're at sleep. So it's not magic, it's science. You do it naturally every day. When you go to bed at night, every night your brain drops down into these delta brainwave states, and that's when you're in REM. And so that's what we are helping you do through a few techniques to just allow you to access that brainwave state. And when we do, that's what allows us to shut down the conscious mind and open access to the subconscious mind. And that's where all the good stuff happens. So I want you to know that the depth of trance does not matter and it's not linked to results. So it doesn't matter how deep, quote unquote, or light, quote unquote, you are. If you find yourself questioning, am I deep enough? Is it working? I just want you to tell yourself, it's working because I've chosen for it to work. And that's all you have to do. It's working because I've chosen for it to work. And you will respond perfectly. And it's natural for you. So now is the time for you to silence your phone, to close the door, and to get comfortable. Okay, so everybody, now's your time to silence the door or silence your phone, close the door, and get comfy. And we're about to begin. So I'm going to give you just a second. I'm going to turn on a little bit of music to play in the background. All right, can everybody still hear my voice? If you can still hear my voice, just somebody type yes in the chat if you can still hear me. Can you still hear me pretty well? Yes. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Scott. Okay. And now I want you to go ahead and sit or lie down and find that nice, comfortable sitting or lying down position. You can be in a chair or in your bed. wherever you feel natural and comfortable. You may have a blanket on you, a pillow behind you. If you have a tendency to fall asleep, my suggestion is to stay sitting. All right, so now once you've found that quiet, comfortable place, I want you to close your eyes. Whether you're lying or sitting, I want you to place your hands and feet apart so they're not quite touching. Resting your hands on your thighs or beside your body is just fine. Now, I want you to open up your eyes. And I want you to take your eyes and I want you to roll your eyes up and I want you to fix your eyes up on a real or imagined spot up on the ceiling. And now, keeping your eyes glued to that real or imagined spot, I want you to take a deep breath in and breathe out. Now, as you breathe, your eyes are becoming heavy, droopy, and drowsy. Keeping your eyes rolled up, take another deep breath in and breathe out. And now in a moment, I want you to take another final deep breath in, but this time as you breathe out, keeping your eyes rolled up, slowly, gently, and easily lower your eyelids right down. So now take a deep breath in and breathe out, and keeping your eyes rolled up, slowly, gently, and easily lower your eyelids right down. You might notice a slight fluttering sensation, and if you do, that is absolutely normal. And now your eyes are becoming heavy, droopy, and drowsy now. They're feeling glued shut, sealed shut, and locked tight, and now you can forget all about your eyes. Let them go wherever they would like as a drifting, floating feeling is developing in your body now. Now you are responding absolutely perfectly. Now in your mind, I want you to picture in your mind now a set of 10 steps descending. You can see these steps clearly in your mind now. And now I want you to tilt your chin down just a fraction, so you get that same looking down sensation that you might get when you look down a balcony or a flight of stairs. And now I'm going to count down from 10 to 1, and you will see your feet, hear your feet, and feel your feet, taking each and every step as you go deeper, drift deeper, and float deeper and deeper into an even deeper level of awareness of yourself. So now you're moving on to step 10. You can see your feet, hear your feet, and feel your feet as every muscle and every nerve turns loose, lets loose, and you go deeper. You're taking step 9. You can see your feet, hear your feet, and feel your feet as you go deeper and deeper into an even deeper level of awareness of yourself. You're taking step 8. As every muscle and every nerve turns loose, lets loose, and you go deeper. You're moving on to step 7. Just go deeper, drift deeper, and travel down deeper and deeper into an even deeper level of awareness of yourself. You're taking step 6. You can see your feet, hear your feet, and feel your feet as you go deeper. You're moving on to step 5, halfway down. You're taking step 4. You can see your feet, Hear your feet and feel your feet as you go deeper, sink deeper, float deeper. You're moving on to step 3, as every sound around you carries you deeper and deeper into an even deeper level of awareness of yourself. You're taking step 2. Just go deeper and drift deeper into an even deeper level of hypnosis. You're moving on to step 1. Just sleep deeply. Now, this is not an actual sleep. This is simply a sleep of the nervous system. And as you go deeper, your mind is locking onto the words that I say. And you know that understanding is power. And understanding in hypnosis is the most phenomenal power. And you understand that your mind does what you tell it to, and that it responds perfectly and effortlessly to the words that you say and the pictures you make in your mind. And you understand that by giving your mind new words and new pictures, that it will do exactly what you tell it to. And now I want to show you just how incredibly and extraordinarily suggestible you really are, because you see, your entire life you've been making powerful suggestions to yourself about the need to please others, to perform in order to gain love. You have the opportunity to change your beliefs and create powerful new ones. So I want to show you how incredibly suggestible you really are. Now, I want you to imagine now placing all of your attention and focus now on the tips of your fingers. You're placing all of your focus on the tips of your fingers, and you can feel a tingling sensation in your fingertips now. You can feel this tingling in your fingertips, and as you focus on that tingling, it increases all by itself. And I want you to say, my fingertips are tingling. I can feel it, a tingling sensation in my fingertips. And as you focus on it, it's becoming even more powerful, simply because you choose to place your attention on it. Now, I want you to take that tingling sensation and I want you to move it down now to your toes. And now as you think about a tingling sensation in your toes and the tips of your toes, you can feel that too. And the only reason you're doing this is because you are beginning to understand that every suggestion I give you, you're accepting. You see, when your mind accepts silly suggestions about fingertips and toes tingling, it can accept much more powerful suggestions too. So now I want you to forget all about your fingertips and your toes, and I want you to imagine right now that you are entering into a tunnel. And right now you are being pulled back, drawn back, taken back now to the home in which you lived between the ages of 2 and 11. It's as though you're in a time tunnel, and that time tunnel is taking you back, drawing you back in time to the home that you were in as a little kid. So if you lived in several homes, it doesn't really matter. Your brilliant and powerful mind is taking you back now to the home you lived in, where you picked up deep and often invisible beliefs about what it takes to be accepted, safe, seen, and valuable. Beliefs about how being productive, doing enough, or doing it perfectly was linked to love, approval, and even your sense of belonging. So here you go, you're in a time tunnel, being pulled back, drawn back, you're moving all the way back, you're becoming younger, smaller, lighter. The years, the months, the weeks, and the days are peeling away from your body now. And on the count of 3, 2, and 1, there you are, standing on the street in front of this home you lived in between the ages of 2 and 11, where many of your beliefs about productivity and success and being born enough were created. And now you are magnetically drawn to the front door of that home, that place you lived, and you are going inside now, and you are drawn to the room where you used to sleep. Like a heat-seeking missile, directly and swiftly, you're standing in front of that door now. And you can see the handle, and your hand reaches out and it touches the door, and it's all so familiar. You remember it all with ease. And you're reaching out, and you touch the door, and you open the door to the room. And inside you see your child self, sitting on the bed, and your eyes meet. And there's a deep, instant recognition and infinite understanding. You are safe, and you are deeply connected. Now I want you to walk towards that little child, sit down on the bed, and gently ask them, what did they learn in this home about being productive? Ask, what did you believe would happen if you didn't do enough? Who made you feel like mistakes were dangerous? When did you first feel that doing it right was the only way to be loved, safe, or good enough? Like little kids do, they answer you right away. Let them show you. Let their words and the images rise up. Maybe somebody scolded you for resting. Maybe you were brought home a B or a C on a report card and it just wasn't good enough. Maybe love came in bursts when you achieved something, pleased someone, or stayed perfect or good. Maybe you saw others being criticized as lazy and you swore you would never be like that. Whatever it is for you, I want you to look at this, and whatever you're feeling now, whatever you're experiencing, I want you to know you are not reliving it, you are just reviewing it like watching a movie. You are safe and you are here with me. Now I want you to speak to the people involved. I want you to say out loud what you wish you could have said to them back then. Tell them things like, I felt unseen when you only noticed my achievements. I was scared when mistakes meant being ashamed. I needed love, not pressure. I needed presence, not performance. What are those words that you wish you could have said? Let them flow. Let the feelings move. Speak your truth. You're doing a wonderful job of healing yourself. Now return your attention to this little child. Look at them and ask gently, do you know that you are enough? Ask them, what is it you most needed to hear from your parents, from the other kids at school, from your teacher? Maybe it's, you don't have to earn love. I see you and I love you, even when you're not doing. You are safe even when you're messy, slow, or unsure. You are not your grades. You are not your outputs. You are love. So say these words out loud. Make them real. Because when you say it out loud, it becomes real. Say what you always needed to hear, like, you're so special. I'm so happy you're here. You're a gift. You are enough, even when you do nothing. Now, I want you to picture that little kid sitting in front of you and look deep into their eyes. And I want you to repeat after me. I'm becoming the loving parent to you now. I love you exactly the way you are. No matter what you do or do not do, I will always love you. You do not need to earn my love by doing more. You are safe, even when things are undone, incomplete, or imperfect. I am always proud of you. I will always be here for you. And I will always love you. We have balance now. No one will ever love you like I do. You are amazing. And now, I want you to imagine that little child feeling so full of love and joy is hovering just 6 inches above your head. And you can feel her energy above you. And now I want you to imagine that little child is dropping down, descending down, and merging down into you. She's dropping, descending, and merging down into you, becoming part of you, installing themselves in your heart, and now you can feel them there, and they are part of you. And as you install this little child into your world and into your heart and merge them, you know that you can never go back. Not even in your dreams, you can never go back and feel like that little kid who didn't believe that they were worthy, who believed that they needed to do more to get love, or that if they failed, they wouldn't be safe. So now take a deep breath in and breathe out. And I want you to listen to my voice. And as you go deeper, you are listening with your subconscious mind. And you are able to look over and around those scenes in your childhood and understand why they affected you. But you also understand something even more powerful. That as a beautiful, talented, lovable adult, it will never again be appropriate or relevant or necessary or even remotely interesting to believe the beliefs you used to believe then, or to think the thoughts that you thought then. Because you see, when you were on the planet for just a few years, you made decisions about yourself that hurt you, and now your beliefs are yours to change. You are changing them. That little kid is not you. It's in the past, and it will never be your life again. So now you have this understanding, and it's so liberating. You are erasing, eradicating, eliminating, shattering, and smashing all of those old beliefs. They are all behind you now. They are gone forever, and from now on, they will always be something that you used to have that cannot, will not, and does not influence you ever again. As you move on from one fantastic accomplishment to the next. Because you are so turned on, inspired, and thrilled to know the real truth about yourself. That you have the power to be productive, successful, and fulfilled because you are in charge. You are the commander of your mind and your life. And you say the words, I am enough. I am worthy of success to yourself every single day. And speaking the truth excites you. It empowers you and it activates your limitless potential, and your mind is now conditioned to prioritize action over perfection. You act easily. Whether the task is new or familiar, you move forward naturally and effortlessly, and you love this new version of yourself, decisive, bold, and effective. You've made up your mind. You are a successful person. And successful people take action. They move forward despite fear. So now you're replacing thoughts with, like, I can't do it, it's too much, or I don't know where to start, with, I am capable. I know where to begin. I can handle this. You don't let distractions derail you because you are laser focused on what truly matters. And you take high impact action with ease. Each day, your mind motivates you to do what needs to be done, especially when you know that it's uncomfortable. And you feel driven to complete the most important tasks first, because what's important is what's most essential. And you are letting go of the belief that never served you, that you must please others to be loved. And instead, you're embracing a new truth. The only person you need to please is yourself. You own your choices, your path, and your joy. You are fully committed, all in. You've decided to succeed, and your mind follows your command. You are in the driver's seat of your life. You wake up with energy. You move through your day with intention. This isn't effort, it's identity. This is who you are. And these words are having such a powerful effect on you. They are overruling any negative words and replacing them with powerful new constructive ones. You are changing everything. And as you remember this, you know that you were born enough. And you are reactivating that belief. And as you reactivate it, you are remembering how worthy you are with one part of your mind and forgetting all doubt with the other part. You are changing everything. You're changing your very belief system, and that is changing your biology, even your biochemistry. And it's all so easy. It's not only what you do, it's a permanent, powerful, all-pervasive, wonderful, liberating feeling and freeing part of who you are. So now, as I count backwards from 5 to 1, you will gently bring yourself back to full awareness, feeling energized, revitalized, and renewed, feeling proud of yourself for doing this. So now on the count of 5, you're feeling your fingers and you're wiggling your toes. On the count of 4, you're becoming more aware of the sounds around you. On the count of 3, you're sensing your body lying or sitting in the chair. On the count of 2, you're beginning to move your body, eyes fluttering. And on the count of 1, you take a deep breath in, open up your eyes, feeling wonderful, feeling so proud of yourself, and most of all, trusting that you are worthy and deserving of success. Welcome back, everybody. So happy that you're back with us now. Take a moment to stretch. Maybe move your arms, raise them above your head. Roll your neck around, get a sip of water, because now's the time to do a quick bit of sharing. It's one of my favorite parts of these experiences. All right, welcome back. I am so excited to hear from you all and hear what that experience was like for you. I'm going to take one share from the group off on audio, but the rest of you, if you would like, I would love to hear what your experience was like in the chat. What was that experience like for you? What did you see? What do you know is true for you now and gone from your life? So, who here would like to take themselves off of mute to share their journey? I see Teal and Martha Geiger have their hand raised. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not. So, I'm going to lower your hand and I'll let you do it again if you really meant to do that. So, if you would like to raise your hand now, to take yourself off of mute and share your story with me. I'm here for it. I would love to hear it, and it also helps other people. And if you just want to share in the chat, that's absolutely great too. So let me know that you guys are here. Are you still with me? If you're with me, type here in the chat. I didn't lose anybody, right? Sometimes we get stuck in that trance state and it's like such a dreamy place. We don't want to come back ever. Here, says Helen. Hi, thank you, Helen. Here, Kat. Thanks, Scott. Such a great drop in, says Terry. Certainty and confidence was wonderful. Here, says Gary. Wonderful. Here, Gail. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome back. Welcome back. So, who here wants to share? Anybody want to take themselves off mute? Or if not, drop in the chat. Rich says, here, so powerful. Beautiful. Welcome. I'm so happy to hear that you guys had a powerful experience. That makes me thrilled to know. Paula says, I couldn't really get my scenes to figure out answers. I said, maybe I need protection from my parents going into the room. I also fell asleep, very relaxing. That is a beautiful insight, Paula, that you needed that protection. It's so interesting to see some of these connections that our subconscious mind makes that we don't recognize are conscious are driving us. That when we don't feel safe, we develop lots of sophisticated strategies. And holding ourselves back from achieving our goals and success is one really powerful way to feel safe, because for many of us, being successful in achieving our goals means that we become exposed. And if we're exposed, then it doesn't feel safe. So thank you for sharing that, Paula. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Terry. I appreciate that feedback about the vocal flow. I actually have a cold right now, so I'm especially husky for you guys. You're welcome, Paula. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy. Anybody else want to share in the chat what their experience was like before I move on? Coach Claire says, absolutely needed it. I actually recalled no scenes, but for me, I felt peace and quiet. So I can get to the clarity, breathing and being still. Thank you so kindly. Powerful. Oh, Terry, thank you. Marissa would be so proud of you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Mia said, I have difficulty connecting to quote childhood memories or feelings, but I feel lighter. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes it's not that we need to see or understand the exact scene, but it's trusting that the words are entering the subconscious and giving us the emotional healing that we need to have. And Helen says, I felt very relaxed, but I'm not sure I got my answers. That's okay. What happens here is that we have to trust the process, that the embedded commands are sticking with you now. So I want to move on, unless there's anybody else with something burning. We'll have a Q&A at the end as well, so we can ask and answer more questions. But I want you to know now, we've just done this experience. We covered a lot today, right? We covered a lot of ground. We talked about the subconscious mind. We talked about the 3 Ps. We talked about the fact that we develop these very sophisticated strategies when we're little kids to help us get love and connection. And I want you to know now what you can do to succeed, because it's your turn, right? So for those who are ready to take the next step, I want to give you a few new pieces of the puzzle so that you know that you can have everything that you need and what you need to do in order to accelerate your growth. So, if you're ready to build on what we just did, here's what you need. Number one, you need to get to the root. You see, productivity isn't just a habit. As you learned today, it's a belief. And we want you to treat the root, not just the symptoms of your productivity issues. Number two, is to rewire both levels of your mind. So your goals and your subconscious must work together in addition to that conscious action. So if your conscious and your subconscious aren't working together, you will keep stalling. Alignment really isn't optional, it's the key to gaining the momentum you want. And the next thing, you have to change the voices in your head. So it's time to rewrite that story from your subconscious, not from your conscious, starting with the truth that you are enough and that it's safe to believe that you are enough no matter what you do or do not do. And the last thing is you can't go it alone, right? You wouldn't do brain surgery on your own. So don't try to rewire your mind solo. You need expert guidance and you need to work with somebody who's been there and knows what they're doing if you're going to take on this subconscious reprogramming work. So I know one thing for sure after you do this, that when you do these four things, you will experience success and results that I know that you've been longing for. All right, so here's the truth, guys. Right now, you have a choice. You can keep living in autopilot, like we talked about, being stuck in your head and stopping and starting and procrastinating and avoiding and perfecting and tweaking and wondering why you're not further along. Or you can make a decision that changes everything. So, who here is ready to create success, but who wants to do it in a totally new and a totally different way, who's done with the old cycles and the old patterns? If that's you, I want you to type yes into the chat. Who's here for something new? Who's ready to break through? Yes, me, says Rich. Yes, who's ready for a different way, right? Because the same old way is not working. We're tired of doing the same things and not getting results. Don't they say that's the definition of insanity? All right, so let's talk about a new way. If you're feeling that pull, then this next chapter is going to be bigger and even better. It's going to be more of you. And I've got something I'm really, really excited to share with you that has been in the works behind the scenes for me for 4 years. Okay, so I've been testing this with private clients and I've refined it over thousands of sessions. And we've had it available only through exclusive partnerships. But now, today, literally in this moment, for the first time ever, I'm making this available to the public. So, do you want to see what it is? If you do, type yes in the chat. Yes, yes, yes. Who's curious? Okay, says Allison. Yes, says Rich. Yeah. Yes, says Gail. Awesome. Yes, yes, yes. Show me. Okay. All right. So, everybody, I want to introduce to you Amplify. So, Amplify is a one of a kind audio based membership designed to help you rewire your brain and optimize your life in 20 minutes a day or less. So, this is really hypnosis for high performers, right? This is for entrepreneurs, for professionals, for creatives, for change makers and seekers. It's for people like you. People who want to live fully and who want to lead boldly and to feel free, who don't want to sabotage themselves anymore. So it's built upon my signature methodology called subconscious harmonics, which is what we're talking about, that thing that aligns the four parts, the conscious, the subconscious, and the conscious action. That's the subconscious harmonics method. It's a powerful process that ultimately it blends hypnosis and subconscious reprogramming with conscious coaching techniques to rewire the brain and overrule those like old outdated beliefs and programs and replace them with positive habits of thought, action, and feeling. So, in less than 20 minutes a day, you will be able to harness the power of neuroplasticity to amplify your life and do things like make faster decisions or crush self doubt, make more money, be fearless in your actions, and more. The best part about it is that you can do it in your sleep, right? Because you could just pop in your headphones, your earbuds before bed, press play, and let your mind do the work. There's no extra reading, there's no courses and videos, no long checklists that you have to complete. It's just about results. So if that sounds good to you, type yes in the chat. Who wants to get more results without having to do another video, another course, another program, another book that you spend hours and hours and hours and hours trying to fix? Yes, Allison's, can you put it on a loop and listen all night? Yes, ma'am, you can. Absolutely, you can. It's one of the things that we recommend, actually. I want more results for sure, says Scott. Awesome. Yay. Okay. All right. So let's talk about what's included with Amplify. So this is a membership program, and that means that you get access to all of this content as soon as you sign up immediately. So you get 50 plus powerful hypnosis recordings and 50 plus conscious reprogramming audios, live group coaching sessions, personalized listening plans, Amplify expert coaches, which we're going to talk more about, guided listening challenges, exclusive content, tools, workbooks, private community, a mobile app, and there's a lot more. So, this is really your complete toolkit to rewire your mind. So, I want to take a closer and deeper look at some of the features of Amplify, some of what I consider to be my favorite and my most valuable features. So, the first is the hypnosis library. This is the heart of the program. So when you join, you get access to over 50 plus custom recordings that were created by me, written and recorded by me. Guys, this was over 450, I guess almost now 500 because I've been adding more recordings, 500 pages of writing that I did in order to create this. That's why it took me so many years to build it. And the recordings are on everything from confidence and productivity and money and weight loss and energy. So here's a quick sneak peek of our list of recordings. And this is just our current list. We are going to be adding to them all of the time. So you'll get the chance to upgrade your mind on any of these topics. And plus, you'll also get 3 special bonus regressions, okay? And that's what you just did. We just did a regression, and that was a mini regression, actually. It wasn't even a full experience. When you do the full regression, we do even deeper work, and we go back to multiple scenes. So for some of you who are like, oh, I couldn't quite get there in the one scene, when you do the regressions in Amplify, there are more opportunities to be regressed for the scenes, and we do even deeper regressions. So that gets to that deep root cause. And that's a technique that's typically only available to my high-paying private clients. So here would be interested in working on just one of these topics. If that's you, just go ahead and drop in the chat me. If there's one that you want to be like, yeah, that's the one, type the one that's most interesting for you too. I'd be curious to know which of these topics really like excite you the most. Awesome. Yeah, I'm getting lots of me, and so many are so awesome. Okay, so I want to break this down for a second, you guys. It's 50 plus recordings with 20 minutes each. And each recording, by the way, is a 21-day journey. So that's actually over 2 years of rapid subconscious transformation. I mean, if you got this out of one session today, this kind of feeling, these kinds of insights and relief, imagine what would happen if you did it for 2 years. It's amazing. So if you're feeling it so far, type yes. Energy, says Gary. He likes that one. Andrew says me in the chat. Great. If you're feeling it, let's keep going. If you're feeling it, you want me to keep going, type yes in the chat. Who wants to know more? Definitely, says Kat. Okay, cool. Okay, we talked about the regressions. So let's go to the conscious listening recordings. I just recently added these, and they've been such a huge benefit. For every recording that you get that does the subconscious reprogramming, there's a matching conscious audio. Okay, it's a 2 to 3 minute long recording, and they're kind of like meditations or affirmations, and they're like subconscious boosters. So you can listen to them anytime while you're working or driving or making lunch because there is no hypnotic induction, but they're designed to reinforce the new neural pathways and lock in the changes that you're doing through the subconscious reprogramming. And that way they actually stick. Remember, we talked about the need to have that alignment. And that's what makes Amplify so different. It's not just about creating a feel good moment for you, it's actually about real transformation and truly rewiring the brain. And I want you to know we don't want you to do this alone, right? So, as part of Amplify, you get access to a team of expert Amplify coaches and myself who are going to be there to help you overcome your challenges, support your goals, and provide insightful content and tools when you need it most. You can reach out to them in our private community or through private messaging. And plus, each month, you'll get access to a live 90-minute group coaching session that features our coaches and a live Q&A with me. And in those sessions, you get insightful teachings and guided exercises and hot seat coaching. So we really, really want you to know that we're here for you and we're here for your success. And we have the experts on the team to be there and offer that additional support. So who here likes personalized support, right? Who wants that personalized touch? If you do, type me in the chat. Allison, that's a great question about how long it starts seeing results. I will answer that at the end, but you can see results within a day. I mean, I have a client actually who just called me yesterday, who's a member of Amplify. I had a Zoom session, not yesterday, day before yesterday. And he's from Croatia. He's a lawyer. And he told me he's extremely successful, very, very successful businessman. And he told me that he wished he found Amplify 20 years ago. He's been doing the program for 30 days now. And he said it is the most profound healing thing that he's ever done in his life. And he literally only scheduled a call with me just to tell me how grateful he was for creating my creation of Amplify and for his participation in it. And I was so thrilled. So he's been seeing life-changing results in just a couple of days of listening. And now he's been listening for 30 days and his life is almost completely unrecognizable. His inner world is completely changed. So the results can be immediate. So the next thing that I want to share with you guys is our personalized listening plans. This kind of deepens this level of personalized support. So as you can see, we really want you to get the most out of Amplify, and we want to make it easy for you to get the most out of the membership. And that's why we created personalized listening plans. So these are, it's just a simple form that you fill out to tell our coaches what your goals are, what your challenges are. And then we actually map out for you a custom journey for your first 90 days or your next 90 days if you've been a member for a while in the membership. So that way you know exactly what to listen to so you never get lost or stuck. That's one of the things that we know happens with a lot of memberships. People join, they're excited at first, and then they don't really know where to go after that initial momentum fades. We want to make sure that you can continue to, get the juice out of this membership for as long as possible. So, and it doesn't stop there, you guys. We also have lots of, impactful extras, as I like to call them. So that includes guided listening challenges, exclusive content, workbooks and tools, our private community, and we have a really sleek mobile app. So you can listen anytime, anywhere, instantly from your phone, and you get access to all of the features and all of the content and recordings and Amplify. So, like I said, we want this to be as easy as possible for you to get results. And speaking of results, um, they really, really do happen. Like I told you about that client who just called me the other day. Clients have done all kinds of things from being members of Amplify. They've bought dream homes in cash. They've healed year-long family rifts. They've landed six-figure deals, overcome imposter syndrome, and spoke on big stages. Taken real unplugged vacations without burnout, which may sound like a small thing, but for a lot of my high-achieving clients, is a really, really big deal. And this isn't hypothetical. These are actually real people with real results. So here's some testimonials. You can also check out the pages that we have that I'll be sending you guys in a minute to read more. But we have a lot of people, men, women, all different ages and all different backgrounds from all over the world, from different professions, with different needs and goals, getting incredible results from our experiences inside Amplify. And we're really grateful to have that. And I know that if these people can do it, they're just normal people, then you can do it too. All right. So here's the deal. Normally, it costs around $5,000 to do a private hypnosis session with me. But right now, I'm very excited to say that Amplify, which typically costs $1,597 a year, which is an amazing deal, right? It's $1,597 a year. It's an amazing deal just on its own. We're actually doing something super extra special and exciting for our launch event. And that's why for our first public launch event, we are doing an exclusive offer of lifetime access. And we're giving that for only $797, which is 50% off of the regular price of Amplify. And when you get that lifetime access, you get access to everything instantly forever, which is really an incredible deal if you think about the cost of most coaching or therapy or even a weekend workshop, right? Most therapy is 200 bucks an hour these days. You do 4 sessions of that, you're already spending more on 1 month of therapy than you would for lifetime access to Amplify, which is so incredible. And to make it even more of a no-brainer for you, we're also offering a new monthly membership, and we're giving an additional 10% off that monthly membership, which means that you can actually join Amplify for just 119 bucks. And that's actually really less than a cost of an hour of therapy these days, right? So there you have it. There's two easy ways for you to become a member of Amplify. One is you can take advantage of this lifetime offer that we have now for $7.97, which is 50% off the annual price, or you can join for the monthly membership fee of only $119, which is also 10% off. And if that weren't enough, we're also offering a 30-day money back guarantee. So if you sign up and you decide that for any reason, you guys, that it's not right for you, we'll give you a full refund, no questions asked. That's how confident we are that you're going to love the program. And in fact, we've got less than a 2% refund rate. And we have over 135 members currently at Amplify. So we are really happy with those stats, and we know that you'll be happy too. But here's the deal. This is one thing. This lifetime access and the extra discounts are only available for the first 50 people who sign up. So that's Amplify in a nutshell. I'm so excited to present this opportunity to you and to show you what you can do next. So if you're interested in Amplify, then I would like to give you a URL, but how do I do that? How do I answer live? Let me see. Can I do this? Um, I don't know how to put a chat. Does anybody know how to drop a link in? Scott, maybe you know. Somebody know how to drop a link in to, can you send it out in our email? Oh yeah, I can send it out in the email. Absolutely. I can send a link out to this in the email afterwards so that everybody who is interested in joining can join. If you are interested in getting the link right now, just type in me in the chat and I'll try to respond to you. I can type an answer here. Wait, let me see. Type answer here. Does everybody see this answer right now if I type send? All right, Allison, I'll send it to you here. If you type me or yes, then I'll send it to you right now. Mia, got you. Gary, got you. Got you. Awesome. Yes, send me the link. Yes, you see the link. Okay, great. So everybody can see the link. I just dropped the link in the Q&A. So if you're interested in joining, you can go ahead and click the form and fill out that short order form. It's very quick. It's very simple. It'll take you about a minute. And if you want to do that, you'll need to go grab your credit card now if you haven't already. My advice, guys, is that this is going to fill up pretty fast. So to do it while you're thinking about it and while you're in the flow, because we know some of us here had the tendency to be procrastinators or avoiders or stallers, but you're not like that anymore because you just did this awesome hypnosis and you just learned that conscious action helps create a positive feedback loop. So if you're feeling this, go ahead and sign up right now because, like I said, it's a 30-day full refund and you've got nothing to lose. So once you finish your form, you'll be taken to a confirmation page. And then when you hop over to your email, you'll get a message in your inbox that's going to guide you through all the steps you need to do to get started. And you can literally start listening to your recordings tonight, which is so amazing. So all you have to do then is click on that link and you'll be able to get immediate access to your recordings. It's super simple. It's super fast. And I want you to remember that we're only offering this special lifetime for the first 50 people who sign up. We had over, I think, 115 people register for the webinar, and we're going to be making this public announcement for Amplify now after this hypnosis, which is going to go out to, I think, 6,000 people in our email list to start. So this is going to fill up really fast, like within the next probably few minutes. So if you are interested in this, remember you can always take advantage of the money day guarantee, a 30-day money back guarantee, and get your money back if for any reason you're not happy, but I know that's not going to be the case. I'm pretty sure you're going to love it. So if that's you, go ahead and fill it out now. If you're doing it, if you're into it and you've decided you want to join, then please go ahead and type in the chat. Let me know if you've decided to join. Terry, it was so great to have you come. Thank you so much. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing to say. Thank you so much. Thanks, Danita. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you, Laura. If you have the CC on it, prints in the type. Oh, good to know, Terry. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you so much, everybody. So now I'm going to open it up to a live Q&A for just a minute. If anybody has any questions about Amplify, go ahead and do that. I know that you came to this webinar and spent all this time and energy because you were looking for a change, right? That's why you're here, and I really want to help you. So if Amplify is feeling even a little bit resonant for you, go ahead and sign up and check it out. You can do it for $119. It's less than the cost of a dinner out for two people these days, and it has the potential to completely transform your life. And in fact, I know that it will. So if you're looking for it, then go for it. Should I do this every day, 3 times a week, says Scott? You want to listen to your Amplify recording every night, ideally while you're falling asleep. Now, you can listen to it every day during the daytime as well. And you want to do this for 21 days on average because, or at a minimum, if you listen for more than 21 days, you're more likely to permanently rewire those neural pathways in the brain. That's what scientists have discovered when doing studies on neuroplasticity is actually required in order to create a new habit. So when you listen for 21 days every night when you fall asleep, you'll get the best results. And you typically want to listen to one recording at a time. And I think Laura asked earlier, can you listen on a loop? Yes, you can. So you're welcome to listen to it on a loop and listen to it multiple times a day. It never goes old, it never goes out of style. And if you listen to it for a while and then you move on to another recording or you stop for a bit and then you decide, hey, I want to tune up on that thing, you can always pick it up again. It's kind of like riding a bicycle. Your brain, your mind will remember it and it will pick up exactly where you left off. That's a great question. Any other questions? Can you make price tweaks with the exchange rate in mind to accommodate potential Canadian clients? I appreciate that question, Pierre. We don't do anything in other what you would call it, currencies because we have such a large international audience. We have clients in Australia and Europe and Asia and South America. And it would get really, really complicated for us if we started tweaking things for every different kind of currency and exchange rate. So we just keep things in USD to keep it super simple. But if you're looking for an easy way to get started, I suggest the $119 USD. And that's worth it. And after a month, like I said, if you're like, oh, I'm not sure if this was right for me, then you can always do the refund and get your money back. Although I'm pretty sure you'll be stoked about it and want to keep going. I love that option for people who are maybe a little bit looking for something a bit more flexible or who want something that helps to better manage cash flow. If you don't have that kind of cash just sitting around. Some people who do just really want to take advantage of the lifetime offer and go ahead and get locked in at that really great rate. But if that's not you, then go ahead and take advantage of the monthly. I think that that's a great option. And thanks for understanding. I wish that I could be accommodating of all the different currencies and exchanges, but it's really complicated and quite hard to do actually on the back end. So thank you for asking, though. I appreciate that question. What other questions do you guys have about Amplify or your experience in the hypnosis today? I'll stay on the line for another like 2 or 3 minutes to be here to help and support you with questions about your subconscious reprogramming, your productivity blocks, or Amplify. And if you're joining Amplify, if you've decided you're going to join, let me know in the chat so I can party and celebrate with you. That always makes me so excited to know when people are signing up. And if for whatever reason you're like, I had to run to another call and or you're watching the replay, just remember that we're going to be including the link to join Amplify in our replay emails. So you will have another opportunity to join if today, for whatever reason, you had to skip out early or you weren't able to join us live. So, what other questions do you have? I see if we've still got some people hanging out. Now's your opportunity to ask and to gain any clarity about the program or to gain any clarity about subconscious reprogramming or hypnosis. What can I do to support you? I'm here for you for another couple of minutes. Okay. Oh, I have a question coming in. What's the difference between this and like a meditation app? Really good question. So meditations don't actually intentionally take you into a subconscious state and trance state. And also, hypnosis uses different kinds of language. We use something called neurolinguistic programming, and we use hypnotic language, hypnotic metaphors, hypnotic themes. So these things are actually embedded commands and suggestions that are specifically designed to rewire the brain and change your thoughts, feelings, and your actions. Hypnosis has been around for a very long time. It's been the American Psychological Association approved it as a verified form of therapy in 1974, and it's been used to treat and to heal all kinds of issues, both of psychological issues and physical issues. And we do have recordings in our library designed to address physical issues, including weight loss, as well as any kind of like, we have a healing energy vortex, which is amazing, which is meant to clear the body from toxins. Um, and deep sleep to help restore sleep. That's a really great one. A lot of my clients love that one too. So you can use hypnosis to heal all kinds of things. It's been used to help cancer patients and burn victims manage pain or reduce the size of tumors. And it's used to help people who are looking to just feel more confident or to change their eating habits. And that's what we find most of our clients are looking for in Amplify. So that's a great question. Thank you for asking it. Love that question. Um, okay, here's another one. Does Amplify have the potential effect to help creative people open their mind to better writing, songs, or performing better acting, access emotion to truly express what someone has down in their subconscious? Yes, Pierre. I actually have a recording in the library called um, uh, Authentic Self-Expression or Unleash Self-Expression. And that recording is all about tapping into your innermost authentic self and expressing that creatively in your life. And we're actually, in I think about a month, about to release a new recording on catapult creativity. And we just did a group coaching session this week, or yeah, last week on Thursday for our monthly group coaching session on creativity. And if you sign up and you complete the form for the personalized listening plan, our coaches can provide a series of recordings that are specifically designed to help you tap into your authentic, like emotional self and remove any blocks to creativity. We have a lot of clients who are looking to remove creative blocks in our space because we have a lot of business owners, et cetera, and they want to be able to tap more into that. So 100%. I think unleashed expression would be good for you. I think that it just depends on really what you believe your blocks are too. It might be really helpful for you to listen to the one on unshakable self-trust. If you really need to trust yourself and trust your intuition, there's one on magnetic manifestation that could be good for you. But that would be a great way to get feedback, would be fill out the personalized listening plan, and then our coaches could help you. And Mia says, so thank you for that question. Do most of the recordings bring you back to childhood? Are there less active ones in the background? So, great question. The going back to childhood experience is what we call the regression. You have three of those in the library. You typically only listen to a regression occasionally or one time, and then each regression has a 20-minute rewiring recording that's paired with it. So, for example, we have Abundant Wealth. There's a regression that takes you back to the root cause and reason behind your negative relationship with money. And then we have a 20-minute rewiring recording that you listen to every day. Now, while I'm doing other stuff, great, great, great question. When we're in hypnosis, we're not doing other things in the background. So when we're in hypnosis, listening to the 20-minute recordings, that's when you're sitting in your chair or going to bed at night. When you listen to the conscious listening recordings, which are those matched recordings. So let's say that you're doing a healing, a subconscious healing around abundant wealth or money management. We have a paired recording. It's the conscious listening recording that's 2 to 3 minutes long. That's the one that you can listen to while you're doing other things in the background. And that's what creates that feedback loop between the conscious and the subconscious mind that creates that flywheel spinning and allows those two things to have that positive momentum. So when you listen to your hypnosis recordings, you'll be listening to the recording in a sitting down position or a lying down position during the day or at night. I recommend at night, not because it's more effective, but just because most of my clients are busy, right? And you don't want to have to make time for another thing. If all you have to do is remember to listen to the recording while you fall asleep at night, it's so much easier. Most of my clients report too that they have deeper, longer, less interrupted sleep when they listen to their recordings at night. And your mind is still accepting all of the beautiful subconscious suggestions and transformations. It's actually even better in some ways because then your conscious mind isn't in any way fighting against the recording. And then you listen to the conscious recording during the day when you're getting ready, brushing your teeth, having a cup of coffee, driving to work, whatever. And that actually helps to reinforce what's happening at the subconscious level. So that's a great question, Mia. Did I answer your questions, Pierre and Mia? Let me know. If I sign up for a lifetime, do I get access to all future recordings and updates? How is Amplify different than other programs that I start and stop after a few weeks? Good questions, Pierre. Thank you. So when you sign up for a lifetime, you get access to anything that happens on Amplify's platform as long as Amplify is in existence, right? So you have access to Amplify forever. And even if I decide to stop selling Amplify, the program will exist and you will always have access to the recordings, okay? So as we create new recordings, you will get access to those recordings. And we are creating new recordings all the time. We typically will release like 3 new recordings a quarter. So like basically one a month for you in order to help you continue to have more variety to work on different issues. We also regularly ask our members what are some of the topics that are not in the library that we would, you would like to see us build a recording around or create a recording on. And we're actually thinking about adding a opportunity for people to get customized recording from our coaches, which we haven't done yet. We've only offered those as like special gifts during certain like member only events that we've hosted. But we're thinking about maybe offering that down the road too for like an additional investment, but an affordable one. So that hopefully answers your question. Any new recording you get access to. What makes it different than other programs that you stop and start after a few weeks? Well, I think one of the things that makes this different is that the recordings are actually hardwiring you to continue to listen to recordings. So one of the things that you'll hear when you listen to the subconscious reprogramming recordings is that there's a piece at the end that says, you love listening to this recording every day. You remember to listen to it every day, and you will always listen to this recording every day. And that is one of the reasons why our members actually find it so sticky. Our membership engagement rate is extremely high compared to most other platforms because people love the results that they get and they continue to come back to listen because we program them through the embedded commands and the recordings to keep listening. Plus, we have a monthly 7-day challenge. So every month at the start of the month, for the first 7 days of the month ish, depending on the timing of the start of the work week, we invite people to join a 7-day listening challenge, which is intended to help you stay on track or get back on track if you've fallen off the wagon. So every day, every time we do those 7-day listening challenges, we have a special place inside Amplify. We invite you to join that special place. And then we have a daily action, like a call and response, and we share our wins and what's changing for us. And there's coaching in there. It's really, really awesome. Members love it and it helps them gain momentum. And then you go on and continue to listen to whatever recording you've chosen or pick up a new recording, whatever works best for you based on where you are in your listening cadence and your listening journey. So I think those are two of the reasons why. And plus, I think the fact that we offer so much coaching support from from our coaches inside the platform through private messaging, as well as through posts in the community and our group coaching, it just really helps people stay on track and keep them going in the process. Oh, Mia says, where's the link? The one on the screen is not working. Here, I'll put it right here for you, Gary. There you go. I just sent it to you, Gary. Um, so, Pierre, did that answer your question? I hope it does. Mia says it got kicked off. Would I mind giving a quick response? Yeah, absolutely. Pierre, we use Mighty Networks. That's the name of the technology platform. Um, Mia says I got kicked off. Okay, yeah, the answer is no, they're not all regressions. We have three regressions in the recording library, but the rest are the 20-minute transformational recordings that you listen to while you fall asleep at night. And those hypnosis recordings, the 20-minute ones, you want to listen to while you're not doing anything in the background. Just like what you experienced today, we actually induce the trance state. So you have to be sitting or lying down to receive that in the day or the night. We recommend nighttime because that's when most people find it easiest to listen since you don't have to add another to-do list on your middle of your day. And then we have the conscious listening recordings, which are 2 to 3 minutes long. And those you can listen to while you're doing other things in the background, Mia. So while you're cooking or shopping or driving or washing your hair or going for a walk, you can listen to those 2 to 3 minute reinforcement recordings, those subconscious booster recordings that we talked about that pair with whatever you're listening to at night. So that way you can get that positive, like affirmational language and create that feedback loop between your conscious and your subconscious. Hopefully that answers your question. Okay, got it. Love lazy recordings in the background. Yeah, that's a lot of our clients were saying that they would like to be able to hear more of the language during the day because they will fall asleep at night. That's one reason we did it. And the other reason we did it is because, we want to be able to provide that idea of being coached even though you're, not working one-on-one necessarily with somebody and that like voice in your head. And the more you can reprogram and get that reinforcement of the things that are happening in the subconscious consciously, the more positive the changes will be, the more accelerated and the longer that they'll stick. Yeah, reinforcement. That's helpful. You're welcome. Thanks, Mia. What other questions do people have? I'm totally happy to answer them. The Mighty Networks platform is great. If you haven't used it before, the app is hosted from Mighty Networks as well, which means that it's got a lot of integrity, and it's easy to download. You just go into their store, and when you join Amplify in our welcome series, we actually provide the steps to help you download the app. After you've created your account, all you have to do is download it and then log in with your username and password, and you'll get instant access to the recordings from your phone. The desktop experience is also really nice. That's really great if you want to watch we have a lot of content in Amplify 2 that teaches you about hypnosis, what to expect, how-to videos, how to track your changes and understand subconscious transformation, workbooks and tools. So those things are oftentimes nice to access there. And we have all of the replays of our group coaching sessions in there as well. But you can again access all of that on the app or on your phone, whatever you prefer and whatever your style is. Everybody has a different way of accessing content. So we want to make it easy for you to do that. Um, what other questions do you have for me? Anything else? I'm here. I'll stay on the line for just another moment. If you're joining Amplify, let me know so that I can give you a nice personal welcome when you join, and I'll let our coaches know. We do see all the new people who join Amplify. We like to do a fun little welcome post for all the new members and encourage you to introduce yourself as well. It's a great group of human beings that are part of Amplify, all really wonderful professionals and seekers who are just curious about growing and improving themselves. We have a very, very beautiful community. You get to see that when you join our group coaching calls as well. They're live and everybody's on video, and we get to build some bonds and connections there. It's quite wonderful. Okay. All right. Well, unless there's any more questions, I'm going to go ahead and, oh, you're welcome, Mia. You're so, so welcome. I hope that you decide to join. If there are any other questions, you can feel free to respond to the emails that we'll be sending out, and we do read them and we will reply to you. And we really are so grateful for you for taking the time to be part of our hypnosis experience today. And we are so excited for you to hopefully join Amplify and see you inside the community. And if you need anything else from us, we're here. We're just a message away. So thank you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we will be in touch with you soon.